In a flipped classroom, students learn fundamental content outside of class and get practice applying that content in class. Therefore, the process of flipping a class begins with identifying for yourself what it looks like when students successfully make use of your course content. What do you want your students to be able to do after this experience that they could not do before? The answers to this question are your learning objectives.
That whole language of learning objectives and course objectives was new. I certainly would think about my classes in terms of what do I want my students to get out of this, but I had never really thought about it, especially for a non-language based class, kind of how would I articulate these. So one of the really good exercises was creating course objectives. Also created a course map that had them.
I would like students to, rather than knowing just content, know how to think about things. And again, how to think about things comes out differently in different disciplines.
My discipline has a particular way of thinking about things, a system.
Learning objectives describe what students can do to demonstrate thinking like your discipline thinks. Therefore, each objective includes a carefully chosen verb. Some find it helpful to begin composing learning objectives by reflecting on important assignments they have given students in the past and asking themselves, why did I ask students to do this? What was the thinking I was asking students to do?
The idea is to listen to yourself rather than talk to yourself about this is what I want them to do and this is what they're going to do. Is what am I asking them to do? Why am I asking them to do that? And it's a clarifying process. You have to think about what you've been doing intuitively for so long. You're not really inventing something new, but you're listening to what you're doing. I think this whole process aligned me much more with my own expertise, my own authority, and it gave me a certain confidence that I could sit back and allow the students to enter my domain.
One thing that was really helpful about having course objectives is that then at the end of this semester, I could look at them and think, how well did I actually do on this?
I try to communicate over and over again, the class is about problem solving. Whatever the skill set is, there is a value that we have for the end of the class. And as long as we're able to articulate it to the students and say, the rest of the time for this whole semester is structured to help you get really good at that, I think they appreciate that as an emphasis of the class.